The Mystery of Good and Evil, a journey for our time. Dear listener, today I invite you to join me on a journey into the heart of one of life's greatest mysteries, the mystery of good and evil. This is not just a question for philosophers or religious leaders. It is a question for every person, every family, and every community, especially here in the Great Lakes region of Africa, Burundi, Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and our neighbors. Our history, our daily lives, and our hopes for the future are shaped by how we understand and respond to good and evil. Let us begin, not with complicated theories, but with the simple realities of our lives. Each of us knows what it feels like to be treated with kindness, to be loved, to be respected. We also know what it feels like to be hurt, to be lied to, or to be betrayed. These experiences are not just private feelings. They are the building blocks of our families, our communities, and our nations. But what is good? And what is evil? Why do people sometimes choose one over the other? And how can we protect ourselves and our communities from the harm that evil brings? The source of goodness. Imagine a great river flowing through our land, giving life to everything it touches. The river has a source, a spring, deep in the earth, pure and abundant. In the same way, all goodness has a source. Some call this source God, others call it the Creator, or simply the Divine. Whatever name we use, the truth is the same. Goodness is not just a human invention. It is rooted in something deeper, something that gives life, truth, and love to all creation. Goodness is like the sun that shines on everyone, or the rain that falls on every field. It is the force that brings people together, that heals wounds, that builds trust. When we act with honesty, with courage, with compassion, we are drawing from this source. We are aligning ourselves with what is real and true. The nature of evil. But what about evil? Is it a power equal to good? Is it a thing in itself? Here, we must be careful. Evil is not a substance, like water or fire. It is more like a shadow, the absence of light, the absence of good. Just as darkness is what happens when the sun is hidden, evil is what happens when people turn away from truth, from love, from the source of life. Evil often begins with a lie about ourselves, about others, or about the world. When we believe these lies, we become divided inside. We lose our sense of unity, our sense of belonging. This is where hatred, jealousy, and violence begin. Evil grows in the soil of deception, fear, and pride. The power of choice. Here is a truth that is both beautiful and frightening. We are free. Each of us has the power to choose truth or falsehood, love or hatred, life or destruction. This freedom is a gift, but it is also a great responsibility. When we use our freedom well, we become more fully ourselves. We become strong, wise, and generous. But when we misuse our freedom, we become trapped by our own lies, our own anger, our own pain. In our region, we have seen both the heights of human goodness and the depths of human evil. We have seen neighbors become enemies, and enemies become friends. We have seen the power of forgiveness and the destruction of revenge. These are not just stories from the past. They are lessons for today, recognizing the signs. How can we recognize good and evil in our daily lives? Sometimes it is obvious: a kind word, a helping hand, a violent act, a cruel insult. But often the signs are subtle. Evil can wear a mask. It can pretend to be good, to be helpful, to be wise. This is why we must be watchful, not only of others, but of ourselves. Ask yourself, who stands to gain from this situation? Who is telling the truth, and who is hiding something? Are my actions bringing unity or division? Am I acting out of love or out of fear? These questions are not always easy, but they are necessary. They help us see beyond appearances, to the reality beneath. The role of community. In our culture, we say, "I am because we are." This is the spirit of Ubuntu. We are not isolated individuals. We are members of a community, a family, a people. Goodness grows when we support one another, when we share our joys and our burdens. Evil grows when we turn away from each other, when we allow lies and suspicion to take root. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. But when we are honest with ourselves and with each other, when we seek forgiveness and offer it, we break the power of evil. We open the door to healing, to reconciliation, to new life, the challenge of entropy. Some people think that evil is just chaos, just disorder. But in truth, what we call disorder often reveals the weaknesses in our lives and our communities. It is like a storm that shakes the trees, showing which ones have deep roots and which ones are ready to fall. When we face difficulties, whether in our families, our villages, or our nations, we are being invited to grow, to become stronger, to seek what is true and lasting, the path forward. So, what can we do? How can we walk the path of goodness and avoid the traps of evil? First, seek the truth. Do not be satisfied with easy answers or comforting lies. Ask questions. Listen deeply, to yourself, to others, to the voice of wisdom that speaks in your heart. Second, cultivate vitality. Take care of your body, your mind, your spirit. Do not let bitterness or despair take root. Find joy in small things and share that joy with others. Third, practice love. Not just the love that feels good, but the love that costs something, the love that forgives, that serves, that stands up for what is right. Fourth, grow in self-understanding and self-mastery. Know your strengths and your weaknesses. Do not be afraid to face your own darkness, for only then can you bring it into the light. Finally, give yourself to others. True greatness is not in what we take, but in what we give. When we help others to stand, we ourselves become stronger. A final word. The mystery of good and evil is not just a puzzle to be solved. It is a journey that each of us must walk day by day, choice by choice. We are not alone on this journey. The source of all goodness is with us, guiding us, strengthening us, calling us to become who we were meant to be. Let us walk together with open eyes and open hearts, seeking truth, vitality, and love. In this way, we will build families, communities, and nations that reflect the beauty and strength of the source from which all good things come. Thank you for listening. May your journey be blessed with wisdom, courage, and peace.